Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Pin Daddy. I'm back, and I'm so glad to be with you guys today. I've been resting after, you know, doing a 24-hour video game and pinball charity marathon, and it went really well. We've raised over $1,500 thus far. It goes until the end of the year when it comes to like raising funds. So there's some matching dollars we're hoping for. There's a couple little things that we're expecting will close out. But we are really excited to have had a successful event. So thank you to everybody who took part in the event, from Dan, JT, Dan Woodhead, Dominator 101, being our top donation getter. He raised $1,000 himself and actually donated $600 matching. He put some into my queue because he raised so much, so I really appreciated that. So what are we doing tonight? We are playing some Monopoly Pinball. Monopoly Pinball with a color DMD. I am excited to have this color DMD up and running on the stream. Do you already have that open? Is that why you're telling me I can't do this? Okay. Maybe it's because I'm live. Alright, well, you do whatever you want. So, color DMD. Playfield is not immaculate. It's in good shape. Wouldn't say great shape, I'd say good shape. We've had some work done. You can see the lower spinning flipper does not have any rubber on it because it kind of catches when the rubber is on there. So I decided to hold off on having that. There is some functionality that's broken on it. The stand-up targets for the cop are not activating, excuse me. Just putting the website up. Get that up there. Get in our various channels, because hey, if you're gonna stream, might as well promote it. If you're online, you're trying to do something about it, might as well. There we go. Alright, we're up. Buffalo Pinball Hut! What? 31 followers, or 31 viewers. Thank you so much for the host. We are playing Monopoly Pinball. We're going to another Pat Lawler classic. You guys, if you're coming from Buffalo Pinball, you just saw a lot of dialed in on some beta code. Looked really good. And now you're seeing a pretty rough Monopoly. Good news is, as I said, we've got the color DMD. It's the LED, not the LCD. So it's the LED dots rather than the LCD screen. It's a little washed out. I'll perfect that as we go on. But excited to play some Monopoly. So you'll see some things not working perfectly, but I want you guys to see it in action. It's taken me months to get it up and running. A lot of board work that was needed, and here we go. So I'm going for a skill shot here that gets me that roll and starts a mode. If you're lucky enough to start like a mode shot. That rollover works occasionally. The easiest shots on the game. Congrats on bringing back to life. Thank you so much, Buffalo Pinball. Thank you, Kev. it took a lot of work sending boards to somebody else and paying them money to fix it. But I've cleaned it a few times, new rubbers, a whole, like basically new bulbs across the whole thing. So you see, I'm taking the pot shots at the railroad here. There you go. I've started the lock. Also need one more shot for the railroad multi-ball. There it is. Good ball to lose there. Oh my goodness. Oh, jeez. I get the railroad multi-ball going, but hitting that shot once there's more than one ball, a little difficult. A little difficult. Let's see. That is really washed out, that DMD. I wish it was a little clearer. Yeah, bring that up. OPM controller. Yeah, bring that up. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, are you waiting for me? There we go. Found it. No. It's not going to let me do anything. Alright, anyway. Let's get this shot in. Let's see if we can get... Oh, just missed it. There is an upper right flipper shot. The upper right flipper shot will bring you up to free parking. Or around... Alright. That might be how it's going to be tonight. That's nice. Notice I've got, like, top left, that plastic is broken. As I said, these cop shots not active. And then the C rollover sometimes does not read. There's some bulbs that could use some updating here in the pops. And it's a well-loved machine. I think it was routed. So played for a long time, shows the wear. But hey, it works. Plays well thus far. There's still a lot I can do to it, but oh hey, that's a bulb popping out. No! What are you doing? No. Time to get that bulb. Move fast. Bye-bye now. So as I was saying, not perfect. That made quite a sound. Oh, that's because that plastic is cracked as well. I don't know if I just cracked it or if it was cracked. That's not awesome. A little bit too much pressure on it, though. No. It is not the game that I bought to be the cutest or the most attractive. It is a game I wanted to play. So you found it in disrepair. How long have you been working on it? So I got it, and actually I think there might be a stream of it that I saved. I want to say like late July, early August. It kind of came when all the games were coming. I was expecting to get Guardians. What I did is I had sold Williams Indiana Jones and bought Guardians in June. And then in July, I found Monopoly. They basically said, like, you can flip on it, but I don't know what's not working. So what wasn't working was the cop pop bumper would not come up. The optos were not reading any hits on bank. Um, all of the coils were firing really weak. And then after a little bit of play, a ball would not shoot into the shooter lane. So I've replaced the coil that fires the ball from the trough into the shooter lane. I did some rewiring right there to make sure that there was a kind of hack job wiring job there that I had to fix. I just cleaned up the mech for the pop, the drop target for the cop. And then the rest was board work for the most part. Both the driver board and the CPU had to be worked on. I sent those out for work. A transistor had blown a number of times. Had that replaced like 3 times during trying to figure out what was wrong with it. Then there's like 75 new warm white bulbs, LEDs in here. I used warm white just because I didn't really know what colors I was going to go for. So I did warm white. And I'll probably switch them up, or maybe do some color scheme to it. Haven't come up with an idea yet. Then re-rubbered the game, cleaned the game 2 or 3 times. I got the copper, and I missed. The backlight is also out, which that was actually not happening before, but I actually cleaned the whole wire harness just to make sure that wasn't a problem. So a lot of weird stuff done to this game to make sure it was firing on all cylinders. It still misbehaves a little bit, but for the most part, it flips. Now, I don't know it yet, so like I'm still learning a lot when it comes to the game, and that's exciting because I wanted a Pat Lawler game with that upper right flipper, one with a family friendly, one that didn't feel hard but didn't feel easy. I drain on this a lot. Oh, railroad both of them. There we go. I love my choo-choo. Alright, control. Oh. Can I get up there? Can I get up there one more time? Nope. Alright. Maybe hit the bank. Nope. Alright, let's go around again. See, that bank doesn't read every hit. And from talking with other owners, that's just like, at this point in its life, it's like, yeah, it doesn't. Ooh. There you go, got the cash grab. Now this one, hit ramps. There we go, got it 2 times. Get up there. There you go. Get a bonus for cash grab. Oh my god. Get up there. Oh, almost. Oh, that's a ball lock. Okay. Ball lock there. Pretty good. Alright. Next shot. Yep, that's what I want. New York Avenue? Nope. Oh, we go. Gotta hit that cop. Stay out of jail. Got him. I think it's on ball 2 locked. Nice. Alright. I'll try. Oh boy. Settle. Oh. Is that 3 too? Ugh. Boo. Okay, so I've got some weird, I reset the scores on this, so the high scores are really low, and I'm keeping the top 10. I do that mostly because my wife likes putting her initials in, so I want to make sure she has the opportunity to do so. This is a game that my wife and I both really wanted, so it was easy to pick it up. Bebop, so what are you up to? What are you up to? Do you own any games? What games have you been playing? I know Kevin's been playing a lot of JJP on Buffalo. It's a lot of fun to watch. I gotta say, the more I see stuff, the more I'm like, man, I need a JJP back in my house. I did own Dialed In for about 9 months. It was a great game. Had a lot of fun with it. But I wanted to stretch my collection out a little bit. And now that I have, I'm starting to decide on kind of what's a keeper, what are games that like absolutely are going to stay in the collection. Yeah, I had Ball 2 Walls Lock for multi-ball. Would have been nice to hit that one. If you haven't already, please feel free to follow the channel. I stream video games, pinball. I do work with some partners. If you didn't already see, you can do exclamation point prizes in the chat. I'll throw that up there. Prizes and exclamation point donate. We've got an Extra Life charity stream we did over the weekend, so there is 24 hours of video of stream material you can watch on VOD, on Video On Demand. There's some great stuff that came from that event. We did some Guardians of the Galaxy for about an hour and a half, a little bit with some newer guys. I was actually able to get to the Cherry Bomb multi-ball during the charity tournament. Also, something I want you guys to keep in mind is that we are also doing a giveaway for anybody who donates to Extra Life. So I'm going to keep that open for a little bit. I've got a few things. I've got some Stern Translights. I've got actually some Stern Playfield toys. Stern was awesome enough to send around a packet of goodies. We got some Bart Simpsons from Simpsons Pinball Party. Got the Dark Knight from Dark Knight. Pretty cool. If these don't get given away, these will go towards some tournament prizes for some of the local tournaments that I take part in. Make sure they go to other pinball players. But yeah, so any donation will earn you entrance into one of the giveaways. We also have some Wawa merch, a lunch bag, and I think a Wawa blanket, which is pretty cool. If you're local, I'm happy to give those out, or obviously I'll send them your way. Even Buffalo Pinball, they're nice enough to donate, and they got himself a copy of a free game. Alright, so you have to activate the roll of the die, and then you have to hit the... you have to hit this, like, middle dice roll shot, which I can't tell if you can hit from the left flipper or not. I feel like you could. I just don't. I don't do it when I want to. I thought that was it. Alright, that's a roll. I'll take that. Free money. Hit the bank. Oh. $1,000 in free money. Lots and lots of free money there. Very exciting. You guys hearing me all right? I want to make sure I'm kind of like yelling over to the left, so just making sure that it's working for you guys. There we go, free parking. Hit that bank. Close the door. Get up there. Alright. It's unfortunate. It's a low-scoring game when you just don't hit anything. There we go. Move 2 spaces. Get a railroad. Hit the bank. Oh no. That's okay. I'm kind of excited. I did get, during the event for Extra Life, I took a chance on a Japanese game, Taiko no Tatsujin. It's known for being a drum beat rhythm game, and I bought the drum set for it. And it's a lot of fun. It was a silly game. It's got a lot of interesting music. It's got like theme songs from One Piece, Evangelion, like a bunch of anime, as well as songs from video games. So it has songs from like Pac-Man Championship Addiction, that new song from Super Mario Odyssey. That's a beautiful song. That was an unfortunate ball. There you go, hit that bank. Alright, so you can repeat these ramps pretty reasonably once you start getting a sense of them. Oh, thank you for the follow. What's his toes? What's his toes? Follow the channel. That's really nice. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well today. What's his toes? 8 spaces. What do we got? Board chase. Let's hit that cop. I'm gonna pause Mr. Monopoly with the cop stand up. There it is. Alright, then I gotta go board chase. Boom.
I'm feeling lucky today.
Boardwalk. What are you doing? Oh. The cash grab now too? My goodness. Oh, I'm going to jail. You gotta be kidding me. No. Settle. Oh, get in there. Oh. Rough. So if you guys played Monopoly, who in chat has in fact played Monopoly before? Let me know in chat. Anyone own Monopoly? There it is. I'm trying to open this thing like 100 times. I surely did. I'm trying to get the exposure down. I think the exposure is what's wrong with. There we go. Let's get those colors a little bit more accurate. That's way. It's weird how it's kind of floating. Alright, well, let's try that. Let's apply that. Those colors are more right. I don't know why it's like doing that wave through. It's interesting. That's got to be... Is that like a white balance thing? It's not a white balance thing. Is there anything else? Low light compensation? No, it's just the way it's going to be, I guess. Yeah, so if I bring the exposure up, it's like the power that goes through the light seems to keep it on. That's really interesting. I've never seen that before. Like if it's there, you just see like some motion. I'm gonna go with that. It's not perfect, but if I happen to notice anything else I can do there, I will. I opened this, like, work on this thing like 100 times. It just keeps opening. Oh boy. Oh boy. What have I done? I think I know why there's a problem. Alright, give me 1 second here while can I just keep hitting enter? Alright, I think I got through it. Well, now it's like incredibly dark. What are you doing to me? Just once, that's all I ask. It's like the camera died. What on earth just happened? What are you doing? At like 4,000 white balance. This thing is supposed to be red. Oh, man. Guys, I am sorry. I don't know what's going on. Played a laundromat. Left a kid with 5 credits. Wow. Okay. That's pretty good. It's literally only just got worse. It did not get any better. Let me see what I can do here. Let me see if resetting it works. Please deactivate. Reactivate. That is quite a bit better. Now let's zoom it in. No auto filter, no auto anything. What? Alright, well at least it's showing now. That's better. It's a little flickery. Let's see how that... You know, maybe that's because I'm letting it go to 30 hertz rather than 60, or 60 rather than 30. Any better? That's not either. Yeah, I'll mess with it. It's been a while since I messed with specifically a DMD. So, Bebop, did you find that the game was... Look at that. It did it again. Well, that's so weird. Why are you mad at me, DMD? What are you doing? What are you doing? Being a jerk, that's what you're doing. I'll tell you what, you can keep your white balance. I'm just going to ask that you zoom correctly so that people can see you. Alright? There you go. Good boy. Off we go.
I want to be a millionaire.
I want to be a millionaire. That's what I want to be. Tell you what, yeah? There we go. I read that time.
Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Oof. Is how I say that. But yeah, I talked to a lot of guys locally about kind of like being a little newer to the hobby, I always have to like, ask around about like, well, what's a good price for games? What are you willing to pay? What do you think I should pay? Is this guy trying to screw me over? Stay right there. Yes. I'll take that. Oh, that's how it didn't read. Yeah. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Get up there. Oop, settle. Take that. There we go. Get the
You move 5 paces.
get the roll. Get the roll going.
What those fingers?
Get those spinning digits. Those optos, you don't hit them right. You're getting that rubber. There. Oh.
I'm the waiter. We need high numbers here. 5, 4, 3,
Oh, see, get red.
1.
Oh, that one was right on the money. Oh. It's hard when you're hitting it and it's not reading. That's frustrating. But that's what you get, you know. You gotta figure out what's working, what's not. Maybe I can look at a new opto board there, see if I can improve that. Should bang for reward. Alright, well. That time. Hit it right away. Choo-choo. Choo-choo melted ball.
On the railroad.
I love my choo-choos. Yes. Alright, settle. That was too early on both of them. I don't know what I got there. Oh, settle. Shoot the bank. Alright, fine. Oh, how many times can I hit this bank? There it is. Oof. Oh, that was a great ball. For me, that was a great ball. Kept it alive. Got a bunch of jackpots on the railroad. I don't think I got a high score. Yeah. Took it till ball there. Last time I played was last year. Seems like a good table for family environment. Yeah, and I've got a daughter who's 3.5, and my wife who's my age. You know, we're in our 30s. She and I love board games. We love Monopoly. We like Pat Lawler games. Her favorite games have been something like Monopoly. She really liked Roller Coaster Tycoon. So it was very fitting. And to catch one at a deal, like, this probably isn't like the Monopoly that stays in my home forever. It's the Monopoly I could afford at the time it became available. So I went out and got it. That's kind of how I was feeling about it. And because I got it up and running, now I can play it. Now I can learn. Like, is this actually the game for me? And so far, it's fun. I like how it plays currently. But as I said, like, there are cosmetic issues with it that I have to talk with some guys that are a little bit more familiar with those kinds of things that need to be changed here to get some help and make sure that what I end up doing with it makes sense. All right, let's get another game going. How am I doing here? Making sure everything's running properly. As we said, the DMD camera could be better, but is not is capturing. So, I'll be fine with that.
Be a tycoon like me.
So, Bebop, what do you enjoy playing? What games have you been playing lately, or games do you find yourself playing the most?
Nicely done.
Ooh. I like hitting those rounds. When you can combo it up like that, that's pretty cool. Alright. Center ramp's ready, extra ball's ready. No kids. Oh. I picked a Last Action Hero, so family friendly, but was in my price range. That's cool. That game actually is pretty neat. I like Last Action Hero. What are you doing?
That's more like it.
There we go. Ball one locked. Two to go. Two to go. Is that game like really dirty? Like in its callouts or something? Because I don't remember that to be a. Well.
Stay right there, old chum.
Oh, nice. Ball safe.
You move 7 spaces. Tax refund.
Tax refund.
In the bank.
I'd love to hit the bank. I'd love for the bank to read that I hit it. That's oh my goodness. There it is. So you just gotta hit the right
In
angle.
the bank. Time to roll.
Settle. Alright,
I
take a
hope this
chance.
is a good one.
Oh, it's just safe. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, guns. Good point. My daughter finds most things scary. If a play field is dark, she's like, I don't know. It's kind of scary, Daddy. It's like, what? It's just not. Since they haven't turned all the lights on. There it is. Roll the die.
10 spaces. Power on.
Power on. Pop on. Add max. And it'll lighten up. 4th of July. There it is. That's gonna count. Alright. Yeah. Oh boy. There it is. count. That'll be a lock. That is the 3-ball multi-ball. Here we go. I just missed all of them. Hopefully I have a ball saved. Oh, give me that shot again. Hey, we got some jackpots. That was the best I've done on jackpots, at least. Oh my goodness. Kill me, Smalls.
Here we go.
Whew. Light roll.
Time to roll the dice.
And roll that die.
You
What do we
move
get?
8 spaces. Where is the money now?
3 million.
3
Holy.
million.
That's awesome.
It's electrifying.
I literally, I need like one hit for electrifying.
What do we have
25%,
here?
I need 26. Nice. Here we go. Good shot. I'll take that. There goes. Oh! That's huge. That's a huge game for me. So far, I have not got up there. Huge bonus. My highest score was a 9.6. 14.5, much better. Alright, what am I shooting for? I think I want Railroad. And I mean, I've got a ton of stuff I need to finish on the playfield, but I didn't read that time. Man, I want that Railroad. No. There. One more. Okay, ball lock. Ball lock from multi-ball. Good.
All one lock.
Ugh. What are you doing to me?
Hit the extra ball. Extra ball.
Yeah.
You move 3
It's my first
spaces.
extra ball on this machine. We're doing some damage.
No meters spin. Time's a-wasting. We need high numbers this time.
What are they trying to do?
3,
That didn't count.
1.
Ugh.
More power.
Level 2 locks? Nope. No! What's your lineup now? Right now, actually, I don't remember if I have, what was it?
Do it again.
Pinball? Do I have that up? I don't. Games. I don't have it. So right now I have Guardians of the Galaxy Pro, Capcom Break Shot, Monopoly from Stern, and I have a Silver Slugger from Gottlieb that I'm restoring. So that hasn't been on the stream since before I started the restoration. And the restoration has taken 9 months. I'm almost done. I have to finish putting the pop-uppers on and then lighting it. But yeah, it's really close. And I'm very proud of the work that I've done there. I used a clear-coated playfield, and I did all the work. Like, I learned a bunch on that machine. Oh! Ouch. And I roll over games a lot. So, nothing, the game I've owned the longest is Silver Slugger because I haven't played it. Whereas everything else I've only had for, a few months. The oldest game otherwise, I bought Guardians in June, but I didn't have it in the house till August. And then Break Shot's the youngest. I've only had that for maybe 2 months. Or November. Yeah, I got that in September. Or late. I got basically all these in July to August. So I like mixing it up. Alright, so that was my best game. Best game ever on Monopoly. Just read. Yes, Break Shot, there was only 1,000 produced. It is a Capcom Classic game, meaning it's a single level game. It is a DMD game. It's pretty cool. I've enjoyed it. It's got a very cool locking mechanism in the middle of the playfield that you've got to get get up to 3-ball multi-ball in. There's a 2-ball multi-ball as well. Shot multipliers, stand-up targets as well as drop targets. I think there's a stand-up target below drop targets. Yeah, I really have enjoyed it. I'm not gonna keep it for long. I got it as what did I get rid of? I had Diner, which was neat. Played that. That was a cool looking game. I liked the way that it looked, but it was pretty thin on kind of like strategy and like modes and stuff. It really is not a mode-based game. It's got like a single multi-ball mode. So it was neat to play. I had fun with it. It had cool flow, but it just wasn't going to last in my collection for very long. So I decided to part with that. Other games that I've owned in the past, I did own a Dialed In. Loved that. That was the first new in-box game that I bought. Kept that for 9 months. It's the longest I've ever owned a game. Traded that towards Williams Indiana Jones. Had Williams Indiana Jones for approximately about that same amount of time. Then sold Williams Indiana Jones to buy Guardians Pro new in box and Monopoly. And I pretty much that's kind of where that money went. Bought Dialed In, got Williams Indy and some cash, and then got all cash for Williams to get Guardians and Monopoly. So I'm happy with where I've gotten. I went from really having 2 games, kind of a clunker that was worth maybe $1,000 and Dialed In, to now I own 4 games. All of them pretty much I'm still kind of like willing to part with. There isn't any game that I necessarily right now would say I will not part with ever. Monopoly is probably the only one that I would say like both my wife and I are just like head over heels for it. Guardians is also one of those games. Like, I've really enjoyed it. I've probably got like 700 games on it since I got it. It's a really cool game. I've gotten to the mini wizard mode, or the halfway point, the cherry bomb multi-ball a few times. Haven't got any farther than that. But that is really really cool. Break Shot, I think I'd enjoy more. I have one technical issue. It's the soundboard fails to turn on. Pretty much every time I turn on the machine, I have to go in to reset the soundboard to get it to work. And I don't know what's causing that. And the guy I bought it from is, trying to help me out. So it's not like I'm gonna SOL on it. He's, planning to give me the help I need to get it up and running.
You're all wet. On it wet. Shoot the tender rat.
There we go.
You move 11 paces.
Yeah, Capcom Break Shot. It's one to look out for. It's very reasonably priced. You can get it for under $2,000 or around there. Nowadays, it kind of depends. Oh, those Optos. It's so sad. So sad to miss.
Not much time left. We need high numbers here. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, come on. That was... You're hurting me, Monopoly. You're hurting me. Gotta look into what Optos those are. Woo. There it is.
More like it.
Now get up there.
Give her back.
Whoa. I just did. I just did hit the bank. Replay 24 million. Wow. It's a high replay.
Grab.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Match. That's about as exciting as the call-outs get. That's quite a show, just for free game. But I guess that's important. You want people to know. And some G Fuel, all of that stuff.
Own it all.
I recently got into that stuff for Extra Life. Did it hit the bank again? You opened it. You can't hit the bank again if it's open. Goodness. There it is. What else have I owned? I owned a Fishtails for a little bit. That one had a lot of condensation damage, and it was in really rough shape. So I ended up selling it to Neil, who's been on the Bro Show with Buffalo Pinball a few times. Neil's a good guy.
You move 10 paces. Get back here.
I told you I got Silver Slugger. Haven't had that on the stream in a while. Also, my first pinball machine ever was Comet, Williams Comet. That was the first of the amusement park trilogy. Come on. There it is. That's what I wanted. point. I don't want to go to jail. Wasn't bad. I'll take that. Bar chase was good. You'll find I hold my flipper up too much, quite often.
Power on.
All right. Free money. For one of those rollovers, that'd be nice. There it is. Roll them. $350. It's less than you get to start the game. Alright, where do I have to go? Hit the bank. Or do that.
I'm the roll.
That rubber, my goodness. It just keeps coming back at me. That's a rubber I replaced, and now I'm kind of regretting replacing it. Makes the game harder when it's nice and clean.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now. Alright. So that's going to be an hour. I wanted to get Monopoly up and running. I wanted to make sure it could last an hour on stream, and certainly it did. Looks pretty good on stream. Looks like things are coming across clean. Almost no drop frames. Audio, hopefully has been good. I got to work on figuring out how the DMD looks. It's not perfect, but hey, that's what happens. I am probably going to stream Guardians next. Guardians of the Galaxy in a couple days or so, weeks maybe. We'll see. After the 24-hour video game marathon over the weekend, I'm excited to be streaming again. That really helped me get back into the swing of things, get things set up. I've now set up 2 streams, Switch, Xbox One, and PS4, so I'm excited that those are now all streaming possibilities and streaming capabilities. And of course, with the upcoming weeks, you can. I don't know if Silver Slugger will get on the stream, or if I am going to just end up selling it after the restoration is complete. Whatever the case may be, you can expect new games to be showing up. Breakshot, I don't think I've actually streamed Breakshot yet, so I should probably stream that one pretty soon as well. So hit me up. You're welcome to hit me on Twitter. It's Steve K. Haberman. At Steve K. Haberman here on Twitch. Anytime you see my name in the Buffalo Pinball channel, I'm on the Buffalo Pinball Discord. I help them with cutting out their videos for various things. And if you do have a dollar or two to share, to donate, whether it be bits, whether it be bucks, that Extra Life, extra-life.org/participant/pindaddy. You can see that, and everyone who donates is eligible for some prizes. I'm giving out the prizes as the donations come in, so the earlier you donate, the more likely you are to win something you want. $10 or more will get you a prize. All right, so thank you all very much for hanging out. Thank you for popping in there, Bebop. I look forward to chatting with you more about pinball and anything else. And thank you, Buffalo Pinball, for both the support from the Extra Life channel, for the Extra Life stream, the donation that you guys provided, which was very, very appreciated, and also for the host tonight. So I don't know who else is on currently. Let's take a quick look at who's streaming pinball. Is anybody currently streaming pinball? We've got Well, you got Dead Flip, obviously. He never needs help. Looks like one iPod, one pinball might be on. Is there anybody else playing pinball? Well, you know what? I always like supporting the channels that I follow and I watch. So we are going to host Giant Bomb Infinite. So /host Giant Bomb 8. Thank you very much again, guys, and we'll see you again soon.